up people? Second video of the day, and just a little bit of info really. First thing, the second I think I spoke too soon is the problem. Basically, in a video from Thomas Thorne, he sent his Killer Teal to me in a box, a Dremel 3000 box, and I said, you know, Dremel 3000 much better than the Dremel 200, served me really well. Well, sod's law. I was using it fine, no problem, sanding drum on it, working great, had it on full speed, and then it just dipped down. It almost like it was running at 3/4 speed, even though I hadn't touched the switch. And I just thought, no, I don't know, whatever. Switched it off, left it, and then went to switch it back on about 10 minutes later, nothing. Changed the fuse, put a new fuse in it, not that, just completely dead. So that was just typical. Like a few days after I'd said it was great. I was using the flexi shaft with it. It wasn't directing dust or anything. It was just one of those things, I guess. I know Dremels don't tend to live up to their expectations a lot of the time, but because of the first incidents I had with the Dremel 200, I chucked away the receipt for that, which was just a bit daft. But with this one, I kept the receipt, kept the box, so I took it back to the place I bought it from, and they just said, go and grab another one off the shelf, bring it over, and we'll swap it straight over. So I was pretty pleased with that, especially because the fact that I paid a little bit extra for the Dremel 3000 with the massive hard case and the extra, you know, the flexi shaft and the massive bit selection. So I just picked up another one of them. You know, not the only thing I took back was the Dremel in the plastic hard case in the box. I didn't put the flexi shaft with it. I didn't put the bits box, even though most of the bits are gone. I didn't put any of that in the box. So essentially, I got a brand new Dremel, new flexi shaft, a new bit selection, the lot. So that turned out pretty well, but I didn't want to get a Fordham at some point, just because I can't be relying on tools that I know aren't going to live up to the performance I need. Right, so that's out of the way. Yeah, tip, anyone who's buying a Dremel, cheap or expensive, keep your receipt and keep all the box and everything, because from my experience it's worthwhile keeping the stuff. Good practice anyway, but I'll be back in a sec. Sorry about that, I'm back. Doorbell went and I got delivered a box, and I know who this is from. This is exciting, so I'll save that for another vid. Out of breath. But anyway, where was I? Dremel, yeah, keep your receipt. Right, on to more tool info. My Clark 1x30 is on its way out. I know it is, because I was grinding yesterday and it was just taking so long, even with a new 40 grit ceramic belt on it. It was just any pressure I put on the blade onto the belt, it's just slowing it right down. It's not got the torque that it had when I first got it, and I have put it through a fair bit of abuse, but no more than other knife makers would put on their 1x30. So that's a bit of a bummer, really. It's a massive bummer, because I will have the money to buy another one, but it's just a case of, do I buy another Clark? I mean, the first one I bought, before I'd used it for about an hour and it broke, so I had to send it back, and then it was 2 weeks before they could decide whether it was a valid repair or send out a new one. They sent out a new one, sent me this one. The tracking system on it, even from the first day, hasn't been very good. So I think I'm going to give that a miss and get a better grinder. Because of that, I need some money, really. I've been working a lot recently, so obviously wages, this, that and the other, but it's Christmas coming up. I'm trying to save up for something else as well. So it's a bit of a pain in the arse really. It's come at a really bad time that grinder's just kind of giving up. So I'm holding on to it until it really does give out. I can't see it being long. I've got the first time I noticed was because I'm using 3/8 G10. When I get two slabs together and I'm shaping them, it just struggles so bad. Like any pressure, and it's just been pissing me off really. Something that should take a few minutes is taking 15-20 minutes at the moment on it, so it is really just frustrating. And to buy a new one, it's 80 odd quid. To buy what I want, we're looking at about £1 grand. So I am saving up, and because of that I am going to be selling a Raider that I wasn't going to sell. It's the Jade G10 and red fibre liners. The first blade I stonewashed, got clear pins. This was before I started doing removable scales. There is a couple of faults on the knife, so I will be putting it up on Gearbastion for cheap. Firstly, the logo blurred a bit. It was kind of my first attempt on acid etching on electro etching on stonewash, and it just came out a bit blurred. I did it for too long. The other side isn't as bad, came out alright. The fit and finish on this is pretty good. It's not my best work, but this was before I did removable scales, so it's like once the scales are on it, there's no touching it because I didn't want to upset the stonewash or anything. But it's still a really nice knife. I was going to keep it. It's got glow in the dark spots, a circle around the pin there, circle around the pin, circle around the pin on both sides. So I noticed it last night. It was sitting under my lamp last night, and when I switched the light off, you know, one side where it had been under the lamp was just glowing, and because of the clear tubes, it kind of soaks in light through them, and it kind of reflects the light out a bit, so it's pretty cool. Really nice stone washing this one, not as dark as I'm doing them now, but still really nice. Tiny little bevel, really pointy. All in all, really nice knife, and nice sheath. Tiny bit of rattle, but didn't want to scratch the blade, and it just comes off really nicely. I will be putting a new lanyard on it. This one's a bit grubby. I'll put a black one on it with a skull bead. I'm not going to be putting skull beads on anymore, but seeing as this one has had one already, it can keep the skull bead. Really, really comfortable in the hand. Like, I love this knife, but I've got to let it go because I need the money, and I could just make another one, I guess. But it is sharp. Let me just get some paper. So yeah, it is really, really sharp. It's shaved its fair share of arms, put it that way. So this will be going on Gearbastion. I don't know if I'll get it done before I go to work, but it'll be going on Gearbastion very soon. So it won't be as expensive as a full-blown Raider from me because of these issues that I've discussed, but any money is money that can go towards this grinder at the moment. So apart from that, I think that's pretty much it. So I hope everyone's well, and I'll catch you in the next vid. Take care.